Jeff from Woodsconsin Woodworking. Welcome back, subscribers. Hey, since the last video, I've done the priming and the painting of the desk. Let's take a look. What do you think? Looks pretty good, eh? So today, what we're going to do is we're going to install the drawer rails. I couldn't think of them. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to install the drawer rails, and then we're going to get our dimensions so that I know what we got to do for the size of the drawers. So let's get started. What I did was I bought 18-inch standard bearing drawer guides. And no, they're not soft close or soft open. They're just standard roller bearings. And we're going to start over on this side. The thing was, it's a 20-inch deep. You really can't put 20-inch drawer guides in here. So I went to the next best thing, and that was 18. I could have made this a little bit narrower, which would have been 19 less, I could have done all that, but I made it 20. The jig that I'm going to be using is from Rockler, the universal drawer slide jig. And we'll go through and show you how that's done. Let me open this up. All right. This back here is the back. And with the jigget, basically all you're doing is laying this on, if I can get that to get in there. I'm going to lay this on here. This automatically gives you the setback from the front. There's a little tab here on the bottom. It automatically gives you that little bit, you can see it, to set this back from the front of the drawer. And then what you want to do is lock this slide right here down tight against it, and then it holds it. You can slide this out so that you can actually screw it from there. You don't have to take it all apart, which is kind of cool. So that jig, if you bump up all the way, that gives you a normal setback. But that's with drawers with an overlap drawer front. Now in my case, what we have to do here is we have to set back 3/4 of an inch. And actually it's going to be a hair more. It's going to be 1/16 more. So that'd be 13/16 setback. And the reason is for the drawer front, because I want this to be an inset, and this is just a scrap piece of wood, but I want to have an inset of this piece hiding the drawer guide. So the drawer guide, because those take up a 1/2 inch more room, you don't want to have a gap of a 1/2 inch all the way around. So we have to set that back. Now what I did with the jig is I put on here a mark from this little dimple down 13/16 on both sides, so that all I have to do is be very careful and line that up to the back side of this mark, and then I should have my 13/16, which I do when I check it. That'll set that back. That gives me that 1/16 play. So let's start installing these. And I gotta push this out so I can actually screw it down. This is a Vicks bit. All I want to do is start it so that the screw is dead center of that hole. don't go too much. Alright, now we have 2 screws in there. We can actually release this. We can pull this out of here. And we can actually put a screw in the front. Just start it. Okay. This side is in. Well, that works really nice. Alright, now on to the next side. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now, I went off of this surface. I got to do the same thing here, but I can't. I am going to have to add this much more, which is 1/4 of an inch. Here more, just 32nd more than 1/4. Now I have to add that to it. So, that was 3/4 back. Actually, it was 13/16, and then I have to add 1/4, which would be 1 1/16. All right, I made my mark. I set it on there, which was a new mark because I had to come back that. I was at 13/16. Had to add that 1/4, so that makes it the 1 1/16. Now I got that set, so that should be at the same distance now. The reason I'm doing that is because on the leg is sticking out an extra 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going off this face here to set those rails, so I have to add that, which shoves this back. I hope that makes sense. Come in the back, open this up. Alright, just start the hole, get my screw in there. Alright, all you're doing is just snugging it. You're not cranking it. We're doing, just making sure it don't move.